Hi there, Sagittarius. It's Maria from the Tarot Shop here with your July reading. It's just a message. It's a very brief reading, and it's an opportunity for the tarot to give you a message for the month ahead. Now, if it doesn't resonate, then you can check out your moon and or your rising signs. Please don't try and make it fit. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. So right, without further ado, there are two decks in front of me. This is the Oracle deck I'm using, and it's the Spirit in Flowers deck. It's just one I've recently unboxed, and it's so gorgeous, and I thought actually it'd be really nice, because it's the summer months, to give you a nice flower for the month ahead. I'll put the details of the decks that I'm using in the description if you want to know them or any more about them. Tells you who made them, etc, etc. Right, okay. Sagittarius. Hey, so value. Look at that beautiful peacock butterfly there. So this is about self-confidence. I feel that this is about you recognizing your value or being valued, actually. So same sort of thing, really. Let's have a look and see what the tarot has got to add to that. Let me just pick those up because we threw them everywhere. She's my old faithful and she needs to behave. Stop. Right. Sagittarius. So you start the month, there is a celebration, there's some recognition. Let me just put those cards to one side. There's a recognition here with regards to some work that you've been doing. So you're getting a pat on the back and some kind of celebratory reward for something you do, and you do it really well. This isn't the mastercraft, this isn't the apprenticeship, so this is something you can already do, and you are literally, there's a coming together of some people here, and you're all getting together, and it feels like a family gathering, and you're doing something that you do really well within that scene. So it's an interesting one, really. Let's see what more comes of it. But you begin the month in a social situation here, and you are the master craftsman, so you're doing something that you're really skilled at. Now I do feel that you've forgotten that you're really good at this. And this is about accepting that you're really good. It's almost like you've got some sort of hidden, or you're not acknowledging how good you are at something. And by others appreciating, it's about appreciation, others appreciating this skill that you have, or this something you can do, allows you to realize that actually you need to take charge of this. You need to be very directional. And if this is something you haven't done for a long time, then these people rewarding you and accepting it, and actually giving you the recognition that you are really good at something, allows you to then take control and consider not necessarily doing that, but doing something that is based on that. So it's something you're really good, and you're now going to look at new opportunities. I'm not necessarily going to say that you're going to take them, but it's going to give you this direction, and this determination is the word I'm looking for. The determination to consider, how can you do this going forward? So how can you actually take it forward and earn an income from it? So it's all around that this month. It's like you basically spend some time with some people, and they acknowledge that you're really good at something. And then as a result of that, you realize that actually you need to take the bull by the horns, take control, and actually become very directional and very assertive around actually, how can I do this in the future? You may not want to do that precisely, but how can I make money out of this? How can I turn this into my income? Because this is all about income and your job. So that's where you're kind of coming from, because you know, you are financially, it says here that you've got a bit of a juggling situation. So you are essentially paying Peter with Paul and Paul with Peter. So it's like balancing the books there a little bit. And you can see that it is behind you, you know, it's not in front of you. So you've kind of gotten into this cycle of not really expecting too much and just being happy with being able to just balance the books. You know, it's all about money. So balancing your finances. Apologies, you might have heard the dog do a little bark then, because he's very considerate when I'm reading usually, but he just suddenly saw something interesting. So I'm pretty sure I stopped the video, but if you heard just a moment of him saying something, then saying hello to the birds. So you've got this financial situation here where you are essentially just keeping the books balanced. And this gives you an idea. So it's almost like this is meant to happen. So at the beginning of the month, you're meant to do, like, get the reward and acknowledgement for doing this thing that you're very good at. Then you then decide, actually, I can do something with this. It gives you that impetus to really kind of take charge of it, and then consider options like, well, how can I do it? Because balancing the books is not really sustainable long term, but it gives you an idea on how you can pay for it, how you can reinvest in it. So it gives you an idea. So at the end of the month, you pretty much are, this whole thing is happening for a reason, so that then you can get some real clarity. That's the word I'm trying to say. Get some absolute crystal clarity at the end of the month, how you can make a living, seize opportunities, and be more financially balanced than you currently are. So it's essentially about money and recognizing that you're good at something, you can do something with it, and actually you're going to get crystal clear at the end of the month as to how you can proceed. And I do think it's because you lost confidence, and you have a tremendous value to give the world. So this is something that you can do, that only you can do, that is able to put down roots and to resurface and, you know, to kind of turn into something that's really, really beneficial moving forward. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. And as I always say, if it doesn't make sense, don't try and make it fit. Check out your moon and or your rising signs instead. And I hope that you found it helpful, and thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.